Amazing to see the lovely Queen today. She attended her beloved Philip's memorial service, but family politics still very much at the forefront in a shock move. The disgraced royal outcast, Prince Andrew, appeared on her arm, and not surprisingly, lots of folk went into a meltdown. Just take a listen to how they talk about a grieving widow and our head of state. So, journalist Leah McGrath Goodman, she's part of this left-wing liberal elite, tweeted, "If the Queen was your neighbour, you would avoid her and look look at how she continues to prop up her 62-year-old son, Prince Andrew, shrugging off his warm friendship with Jeffrey Epstein and bailing him out after accusations of sexual assault of a minor. You would not bow." And how about this from the lefty journalist Will Black? "The Queen is worse than Dot Cotton for supporting her sinister son despite his atrocious acts. Prince Andrew has zero shame. If he had any decency, he'd realise that hanging around his mum is damaging to her, the monarchy, and to how Britain is viewed internationally." Well, royal author Robert Jobson, he was the one earlier today to break the story about the Queen and Prince Andrew. So, Jobber, you've seen the reaction there. I got massive pushback today when I said, even though I disagree with the Queen's decision, I think it shows her loyalty to family. So do you think, in hindsight, she made a mistake by putting Prince Andrew at the centre of Philip's memorial service?
Well, hi, Dan. Yeah, I broke the story on GBNews, and the reality is, I think clearly, whatever the decision, it was a conscious decision. That was the point. The Queen had thought about it, and I think there had been some disquiet about it amongst the family. They certainly knew that there would be some issues with this, but she was insistent. Now, it made some sense. He was without his partner. The other people were with their partners, and so Charles with Camilla, and with Commander Admiral Lawrence, etc. So he was the one that she wanted to be with her, and it was her decision. My feeling is also that sometimes there'll be some people, yes, that are very vocal against Prince Andrew, and we must again, although accusations have been made against him, as we said, there's nothing proven against him. Accusations were made against him. The fact is, she made that decision, and I think that there'll be some people thinking, well, okay, if the Queen is supporting him, that's okay with me. So it's difficult, really. I personally think it was a dangerous decision, but it was one that she wanted and clearly made consciously.
Well, indeed, she did. And Jobbo, some people don't agree with the position that I have when it comes to the Queen, but I will give her the benefit of the doubt on this. I will. I don't agree with the decision, but at 95 years old, if she wants to have Prince Andrew by her side, let's be honest, we know he remains her favourite son. I'm going to give her a pass on that. Let me tell you who I won't give a pass, though, Jobbo. Prince Harry and Meghan. I thought it was a disgrace that they weren't at this memorial service today because of some petty and pathetic row over security with the British government. They will rue that decision when they look back at their lives and think they had a chance to say a proper goodbye to Harry's grandfather and also spend some really important time with the Queen, who, let's be honest, Jobbo, her health isn't what it once was.
Well, she's never met, one of the children, and I think that whether Meghan overruled the day, I think Meghan was very much fleeting, in and out, barely really knows anybody in the family. She was only there for a short space. Prince Harry had one of the closest relationships with his grandfather. They really got on well. They were both servicemen, and they were really close to each other. He will undoubtedly regret that decision. He will look back in time and think that was a mistake, because you only get one opportunity to say a proper farewell to your grandparents. And when your grandfather has been a great figure like the Duke of Edinburgh, I really think it was it's sad. But there were some amazing moments, Dan, in that service. I mean, I know we can focus on Andrew, but I can tell you as a great royalist that when
because you were there, Jobbo, you were there in the room.
Yeah, the singing of God Save the Queen certainly had an extra gusto in it. And the way that she arrived, I think when we were all singing He You Valiant Be and to be a pilgrim with John Bunyan's words, she does inspire, I think, so many people. But for me, the moment when the gold winner, forgive me, I can't remember the pronounce, I think sort of Bari, her name was, who's the gold winner of the Duke of Edinburgh's award scheme, stood up. There she was, an ordinary girl, and she stood up and she described what the Duke of Edinburgh's award scheme had done for her and changed her life for the better. Well, I found it very emotional. And very
That was a beautiful speech, it was. And I
and
agree
really,
with you.
and,
That
you know,
national anthem today, Jobbo, it felt more significant. It felt
really
like there was the weight of history behind it. We know we might not see the Queen publicly that much. And if that's one of the last times we see her, my goodness.